SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
Headlines. SVG to celebrate Emancipation Day this Thursday with a packed program of activities. Virgin Atlantic ended flights to St. Lucia in subsidy stalemate. China blocks Hong Kong's leader, condemns radical elements for ongoing violence. And in sports, weather conditions hamper play in first round of CWI Regional Under-19 Cricket Championship. These and other stories coming up in SVG TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flo.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Monday, July 29th, 2019. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Thursday, August 1st, will be celebrated here as Emancipation Day, and Vincentians will be treated to a packed day of activities at the Joseph Chatouillet National Park at Rabuka. During the day, patrons can expect sporting and cultural activities, including the launch of the Sports Against Crime Initiative, which will be attended by members of the Garifuna diaspora. Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture, Cecil Sesemaki, gave a broad overview of what persons can expect on Thursday at a news conference today.
On Thursday, from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we'll have the Sport Against Crime activities, which Mr. Hillocks will outline. And we'd also have, of course, our welcome of our Garifuna brothers and sisters who will be part of today's event as well. Then we would have from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock the cricket games, that would include parliamentarians, and we have fun events, so that will take us from 3 to 5. From 5 to 7 we'll have the official program, and from 7 to 9 or thereabout we'll have the cultural package. And during the course of the day we would have 3 steel bands that will provide entertainment as we have these sporting events going on, Elite, Symphonics, and also the Sandy Bay Steel Orchestra. Rodney will give further details on that. And on the program itself, we'd have, of course, opening prayer. We'll have the national
Coordinator of Thursday's cultural activities, Rodney Small, said Emancipation Day 2019 will not only be a time to reflect, but also a day for family-oriented activities. Small took the opportunity to highlight some of the cultural activities patrons can expect at the Joseph Chatouillet National Park.
Patrons will see a lot of sporting activities, and to create that perfect ambience, there will be some live cultural performances throughout the day. The committee paid close attention to fine details this year, and to create a free flow throughout the day activities, we decided to have 2 different stages, one for the formal speeches and the other for cultural performances. Song will be provided by the Dynamic Guys. We will be providing vending tents for persons in the public who are interested in selling food or drinks. We will be operating on a first-come, first-served basis, so please come out early and secure your spot. Activities will get started from 11 a.m., starting with the sporting activities, along with live steel pan music from Epic Steel Orchestra, Symphonic Steel Orchestra, and the Sandy Bay Steel Orchestra, to add a nice ambience as we enjoy the sporting activities. The National Drum Foundation, along with the Drum Circle, will also be there to add that freedom and emancipation vibe. So we are asking persons in the public to bring along your drums or any rhythmic instruments.
The visiting delegation of persons from the Garifuna diaspora will also be engaged in a series of activities ending next Wednesday. Maxine Brown of the Ministry of Culture took the opportunity to highlight some of the activities they will be engaged in on Thursday and Friday this week.
The delegation will visit North Windward. Whilst there, the activities will include rum tour at the St. Vincent Distillers Limited, visit to Garifuna communities, Fancy, Obi, and Sandy Bay. During this time spent in Sandy Bay, they will undertake a workshop at the Sandy Bay Resource Center. This workshop will include singing, drumming, and dancing. There will be 3 professionals to talk about the Garifuna history and the different dances of the Garinagu. These cultural workshops will follow a similar pattern of music, dance, and history throughout the week. That they, our Garifuna delegates, will be here. I must hasten to add that these workshops are for children as well as adults. So let me take this opportunity to welcome you out and request your presence at these workshops. You send your children, and instead of sending them, you come along, learn a bit more about our cultural history.
In other news, Minister of Education Sinclair Jimmy Prince has encouraged principals from across the region to share their experiences and knowledge learned here in SVG at the one-week biannual conference of the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools with their colleagues. Minister Prince was at the time addressing the closing ceremony of the conference at the SVG Community College. He noted that SVG has certainly benefited from the conference, which was attended by some 400 principals from across the region.
Find time to transfer your knowledge and experience to your successors. I congratulate CAPS on hosting a successful conference, and I hope that the knowledge and experiences gained will quickly find its way into the school system. We have a problem again in this region where we learn a lot, but then it stops with us. I hope that what you've learned here will now go into the school system, maybe through your deputies, through your other teachers, and through the other persons who are stakeholders or consider themselves stakeholders in the entire system.
Minister Prince further added that the theme of the conference, Technology-Infused Education in the 21st Century Caribbean, was timely as the region continues to make efforts to keep abreast with technological development.
No doubt have further encounters in this regard, albeit in different fora around the region, as I don't consider this the end of our face-to-face on such an important subject. I expect that we'll continue to be talking about this for a long time and to try to dispel the phobia which we have in the region with respect to technology in some areas, in some sections of the society.
Meanwhile, 10 principals were honored by CAPS for their contribution to education in the various Caribbean islands, including 2 Vincentians. They were retired principal of the Girls High School, Andrea Bowman, and Curtis King of the SVG Grammar School. Other honorees were from the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. The capabilities of members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force to more accurately and fairly interview suspects of crimes has been further enhanced. This was made possible by the donation of a digital recording machine from the United States Embassy through Criminal Justice Advisor for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Sarah Abraham, to Commissioner of Police Colin John. The donation was made last Thursday. The venue at Hotel Alexandrina, the venue of the All Right 2019 conference hosted by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and now the National Prosecution Service. While delivering brief remarks at the handing over ceremony, Abraham said SVG is already leading the way in terms of digital recording of suspect interviews and hopes that the latest donation will further boost the process. In receiving the donation, Commissioner of Police Colin John said since the police began digitally recording the statements of suspects, not only have allegations of false confessions and inappropriate on the part of the police decreased, but conversely, the conviction rate in the courts has increased. According to Commissioner John, in the past, many suspects accused the police of beating them in order to confess to a crime, and because it was the suspect's word against the police when the matter came up for trial in the court on a number of occasions, the court sometimes believed the story of the accused, resulting in a dismissal of the case. He, however, stated that the situation has been reversed because when the suspect's statement is recorded digitally, the court, the defense team, and the public are able to see everything relating to the manner in which the statement was recorded from the beginning to the end. The commissioner said that digitally recording a suspect's statement not only improves transparency in police procedures, but it can serve to improve the relationship between the police and the community that they serve. He said that the plan is to equip every police station in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with a digital recording machine in keeping with the 21st century policing methods. The marine protected areas are home to the coral reef, which is crucial if aquatic life is to thrive, but they are under constant threat by man-made and climate change activities. To help reduce these threats, the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority and the Sustainable Grenadines Inc. have been training stakeholders on the role they can play to protect marine life. SVG-TV's Bavin Oliver was present at one of the training activities and files this report.
7 marine protected areas, which are home to a wide variety of fish and underwater plant life, which are crucial to the marine ecosystem. Among them is the coral reef, which over the years has faced near extinction due to pollution, physical damage of the reef, as well as overfishing. Recognizing the importance of coral reef to the marine ecosystem and to the livelihoods of fisherfolk, the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority and the Sustainable Grenadines Inc. initiated a project aimed at providing training to stakeholders to boost their capacity in identifying and addressing the threats to the marine ecosystem. As part of the training exercise, divers were given the opportunity to conduct a reef assessment and collect important data relating to the health of the reef in 2 parts of the South Coast Marine Conservation Area on Friday, July the 26th. Marine biologist with the Grenada Fisheries Division, Orlando Harvey, said the training exercise goes a long way to build the country's capacity and allow for continuous monitoring of the coral reefs.
We identify them, we want to know the characteristics of the different fish species, and then we learn the methodology, how you actually go about doing the surveys when you're in the water. So once that component is finished, then we actually took them into the water and actually show them how you would actually execute a survey. So how you put what you learn in the theoretical component into practice while counting fish in the water. This training is intended to create capacity in country at the different marine protected areas so that they could do continuous monitoring of their resources. So the intent is to we have a team that's made up of experts from different MPAs and different countries here to train the locals in the methodology so that they could have ongoing continuous monitoring by their staff in-house. So you don't have to bring people in to do the surveys, they can do it themselves.
Abina White of the National Park said significant work was done to rehabilitate the South Coast Marine Protected Area, such as the planting of mangrove plants along the South Coast and a massive underwater cleanup, all designed to help protect and preserve the biodiversity in the area. She said Friday's activity forms part of the National Park's continued commitment to preserve the natural environment.
This pretty much is a follow-on to what was done in terms of checking the status of our reef, the health of our reef, and other ecosystems surrounding those areas. So today we would be out on sea, we'll be visiting 2 areas in the South Coast Marine Conservation Area, inclusive of White Sands and Indian River, to basically revisit the plots that were established and assess the quality and status of this reef in that area.
Meanwhile, Program Officer of the Sustainable Grenadines Inc., Christy Short, said along with the reef assessment, the project allows for training in a number of areas, all designed to promote conservation.
We have AGRA, which is part of the training to be done. we have blood monitoring, water quality, all the different types of monitoring that each MPA wants to do, we will provide the training for them. So that's basically what we're doing under this project. We also have the Atlantic and Gulf Reef Assessment Training, which we are currently doing an expedition. We have already completed 3 sites so far. This will be our 4th site here at the Southwest Marine Conservation Area. And we have 3 more sites to be completed to make it a total of 7 marine protected areas.
Thank you, Bavin. Preparations are on the way here for a youth summit to be held here next month. There's another stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
Local news sponsored in part by Flow.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
Star Limited is now located on the 3rd floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. Don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Sea Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionssvg.org.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
The Kaliako Methodist Church presents Family
Family Fun Day for the whole family on Thursday, August 1, 2019 at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Calico playing field. Come and enjoy bouncing castle, face painting, hula hoop, cricket, sack races, and much more. Food, drinks, and other goodies. Barbecue tickets on sale at $15. It's all going down on Thursday, the 1st of August, 2019 as the Calico Methodist Church hosts its grand Family Fun Day. Don't you miss it.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. SPAC SVG, a non-governmental organization established by a local youth ambassador, will be hosting a summit here next month where more than 200 youth are expected to participate. The SPAC SVG Youth Summit will be held on Saturday, August 17, 2019, under the theme, It Only Takes a Spark to Ignite Positive Change. Today, Nafisha Richardson of SPAC SVG said the summit will bring together youth from across SVG as they seek to mold minds to effect change.
The One Young World Summit in November past, and they really encourage you after you leave there to go out and create positive change in your communities, and I couldn't have experienced something as profound as that and not do something here in St. Vincent where I'm from. So I've created SPAC SVG, and I'd just like to begin with a quote by Nelson Mandela, being, "The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow." And I think that's something that we can all attest to. So the topics are wide-ranging, and they're things that, you know, if you're into, let's say you're into cooking and you say, okay, I don't want to take the traditional path, I want to follow my passion. There's something for everybody. If you want to know more about climate change or about mental health and crime and violence, I think the topics are wide-ranging enough that every and anybody that comes can really enjoy the day.
SPAC SVG was created with the aim of motivating, inspiring, and empowering Vincentian youth to become agents of change in their communities, country, and worldwide. At the Youth Summit, guidelines for the Sustainable Development Goals will be addressed by the various speakers, some local and regional.
Our featured speaker is Mr. Nikolai Edwards. He is the interim political leader of the Progressive Party in Trinidad and Tobago. He is doing fantastic things over there for young people. He was one of the youngest members of the comment board in Trinidad and Tobago, and he'll be speaking on the topic, Swimming Against the Tide, Change Created by Youth for Youth. And apart from our featured speaker, all of the other speakers and panelists are actually local. So we have Mr. Franz George. He is currently the Caribbean and Commonwealth representative on the Commonwealth Youth Council. His topic is Seizing Opportunities Through Quality Education. We'll be having a representative from the Caribbean Youth Environmental Network.
Richardson said a scholarship program is being pursued for youth who cannot afford to attend the summit, as it comes with a cost of $120 per person.
Instagram and our Facebook pages, Spark SVG, and the link is there to sign up, and you can actually apply to come to the summit free of cost, but that deadline is on Wednesday. So if you're interested, I would recommend that you do that as soon as possible. I'd just like to make a mention that if you are a corporate entity, and I think it's something that businesses should look into in sending your junior staff, we have some businesses already on board who will say, okay, we want to invest as much as possible in our staff because they are the backbone of our companies. So if you're interested in sending them as well, the deadline would not apply to you. You can reach out to me. You can email info.sparksvg@gmail.com.
This is the first summit of its kind organized by SPAC SVG, which was established some 3 months ago. Mount Zion Production will officially launch its youth group Zion Youths at the cruise ship bus terminal this Saturday, August 3rd. Speaking with SVG-TV News, founder and coordinator of Zion Youth, Pastor Jason Providence, said the youth group will help teach members new life skills.
Loving music, loving to play an instrument, wanting to record songs, and I did not have the facilities readily available to me as a singer, and I had to fly all the way to Grenada to get the opportunity to record my songs. I actually recorded 5 songs there in Grenada, and I know that there's a lot of youths in St. Vincent that have talent and giftings, and we wanted to make Zion Youths available for them because we want to expose their talents and expose the giftings that they have. But also, not only looking at talents and gifting, we have seen the youths in general. There has been a downward spiral for the youths in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have Pan Against Crime, we have Sports Against Crime, but very few times you hear Jesus Against Crime. And Jesus is the ultimate help for our youths today. And we want to bring a spiritual side of helping the youths, not just physical, but spiritual and physical, mixing them both.
Providence said that the youth group is not only for Christians, but is open to all the youth here in SVG.
We want Zion Youth to be available for every youth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Every youth. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not, it's available for you. Because Jesus would have made it available for everyone, not just a specific few. I often tell the youths, don't do this and don't do that, but we don't give them alternatives. And Zion Youth is an alternative for the youths. They could listen to gospel, reggae, gospel, dancehall. If they love to act, we provide the opportunities for them to get involved in drama and even shooting short films, getting recording contracts from Mount Zion Productions. If they like things like carpentry or let's say mechanic, we have persons readily available to help them in these fields as well.
Saturday's launching ceremony of the youth group is expected to begin at 2 p.m. at the cruise ship berth. Local banana wine will soon be on shelves of supermarkets island-wide as 11 technical college students have completed a course in banana wine making. The wine using the label Valerie Gold 784 was introduced at a wine tasting ceremony today at the SVG Community College Technical Division at Annesville. The students were assisted in the wine making by 2 intern university students from Canada who initiated the project, which was carried out under the Division of Educational and Vocational Education Agriculture Entrepreneurship Program. 4 types of wine were made which should capture the taste bud of wine drinkers. Director of the SVG Community College, Nigel Scott, said they are hoping to get a good market for the wine so that the students can continue with the exercise.
Is a product that, as I said, will go to market and will not only redound for the benefit of the students financially, but also of the college, because monies earned from selling the wine can then be plowed back into the agricultural science program, as well as assisting the students also. I believe that this is the first of many products that will be developed here at the SVGCC, Division of Technical and Vocational Education. And so I am pleased that you're all here to witness the first of many such launches, I hope, as the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College.
Head of the Banana Services Unit, Karamo Brown, lauded the concept of winemaking using ripe bananas, noting that the presentation of the product is commendable.
It brings a new light it brings a new dimension to what we normally see on the market. Now, when we look at most of our value-added products, we look at the plantain chips, we look at our fries. The labeling is missing. It's just a basic label. You have a name, you have a contact number, you have ingredients. But the inclusion of color gives a representation of what we are. It's not your typical local product. you could see that this product is a refined product. When you look at the bottles, there's consistency. There's consistency in the labeling, there's consistency in the color.
One of the participating students said the venture was a good learning experience.
Like it because we were going on holidays, but the experience out there was nice. I learned a lot, like food safety, how going about dealing with food, so on and so forth. But apart from that, creating history, because banana wine and quality gold, bringing back what we used to call the green gold, because banana industry and so on and so forth, and using another alternative with adding flavor, adding value to our banana product.
Following the tasting of the wine, the Banana Services head and the director of the SVG Community College shared their thoughts on the end product.
It's consistent in terms of the color. It's a clear wine. We've had 4 variants: dry, sweet, aged, dry, aged, semi-sweet, and they all show their own characteristics. What I liked most was the aged sweet, which embodied more of a whiskey flavor to that extent. One of the drawbacks, though, I think, is we're missing the banana aroma, given that it's a banana wine. I think that's something that they can work on over time. But generally, what we've seen, it's a very good.
I like the sweet wines. The alcohol level seemed fairly low. I think it's about 10% actually, but they have quite a good taste. They're very clear. The clarity is extremely good, and I think that's one of the good things about the wine. But I quite like the sweet wines. Yes.
That was the local news. Virgin Atlantic ending flights to St. Lucia in subsidy stalemate. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
Local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements: embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths, arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Hello.
Hello. What is going on? Hello.
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my god, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
You are invited to attend this barrier-breaking conference beginning Thursday, August 1st at Bethel Gospel Assembly at 7 p.m. Faith Temple, Friday, August 2nd at 7 p.m. Saturday, August 3rd at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. And the final session Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. For more information, please visit barrierbreakersconference.com or call 784-457-9044. Be there.
I will not hesitate, and I will not retreat, and I won't surrender. It's in that process that God adds all things to my life.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Myers Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Myers Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
Singer is your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances, TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
This is Jake's Kitchen, the most trendy place to customize your kitchen in all of SVG. And when we say trendy, you better believe it's hot. Cause we've got the latest in stylish kitchen accessories and fittings at astonishingly available prices. Guaranteed to make your kitchen bling bling. And our new arrivals will do just that. Step up to our showroom, upstairs Caribbean Glass in Kingstown, and make your kitchen the envy of all. When you're customized by Jake's Kitchen, you don't keep up with the neighbors. Oh no, the neighbors better keep up with you.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello? What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my god, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Welcome back in our news from the region now. We heard that St. Lucia tourism officials were on Friday scampering to deal with the announcement by Virgin Atlantic that it will cease its Gatwick to Heronora service by June 2020. The decision is expected to be a significant setback for St. Lucia's tourism product. We hear more in this HTS News Force report.
The notice that Virgin Atlantic had decided to cease its Gatwick to Heronora service began making the rounds Thursday on social media. But official confirmation came Friday, with tourism officials carving out their responses in light of the widespread concern by industry stakeholders and the public. The Minister for Tourism, Dominic Fede, says government could not meet Virgin Atlantic's demands.
Virgin Atlantic indicated to local tourism officials that in order to continue flying 5 weekly flights in the winter months and 3 weekly flights in the summer months into St. Lucia, it would require an additional 20 million Eastern Caribbean dollars, or US dollars 7.5 million, over a 3-year period. 2 other options were presented to us, which would mean a significant reduction in Virgin flights to our shores and did not present the best return on a potential investment.
The Chief Executive Officer of the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, Murani Aziz, says the news of Virgin's withdrawal of service is unsettling.
It did create some degree of, it did create a number of queries within the industry, quite a bit of uncertainty as to what was going on. For some of our accommodation providers, it was perhaps the first time they were getting wind of these ongoing discussions, but the Secretariat of the SLHDA was aware that the government was having conversations with Virgin for some time now to look at their request for subsidies.
He says that given the strength of St. Lucia's tourism brand in the United Kingdom, Virgin's decision is indeed surprising.
It is certainly not a scenario any destination will want to find themselves in. But when you take into consideration the many years that that carrier has been servicing St. Lucia, I believe it's over 20 years now, when you take into consideration that the destination is very popular, that St. Lucia is trending very highly as a destination of appeal compared to some of our regional partners.
The tourism minister says government is working on cushioning the impact of Virgin's cessation of service.
The government of St. Lucia has been actively in talks with other carriers, and we have received very good feedback from at least one airline to increase capacity out of the UK market in the very near future.
The decision by Virgin Atlantic to pull its service out of St. Lucia flies in the face of investments, both private and public, that are in the works. With a mere 10 months' notice, the Virgin pullout is symbolic, but it will also have a real biting impact on St. Lucia's tourism products.
In Guyana, opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo said he is pleased and happy with the president's decision to appoint Justice Claudette Singh as the new chair of the Guyana Elections Commission. At a news conference on Friday, Jagdeo said the decision is one that enjoys his support. We hear more in this report.
I emerged from that meeting. The president wrote me, triggering the formal process now. He wrote me inviting me to submit the 6 names, which I did shortly thereafter. And he has since written me and made public that he has selected Justice Claudette Singh to be appointed the chairman of GCOM from the list of 6 names that I submitted to him. We're very, very happy with this development. The process was consensual. The names on the list enjoy my confidence, and they enjoy the confidence of the president. They were found not unacceptable to him, and therefore he chose from a list of 6 names that I submitted to him. And so there was no question of a unilateral appointment.
Mr. Jagdeo also said now that a GCOM chairperson has been appointed, it is time to move the process forward.
Most people recognize that this was a critical starting point. Getting a chairperson in place at GCOM was essential to the process of our elections, and now we have resolved that issue. So it's a really it's a real positive development today for all of us and for the country. I think both sides demonstrated in the engagements we had, the more limited engagements outside of the public statements, good faith in arriving at this decision.
That was all news from the region. China backs Hong Kong's leader, condemns radical elements for ongoing violent protests. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
Was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello? What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my god, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
At RE/MAX, we know you want to sell your property at top dollar and as fast as possible. To help you sell at top dollar, all of our agents are trained to negotiate the highest possible price for your property. And to sell as fast as possible, our agents can access over 120,000 agents around the globe, which results in more potential buyers. This is why nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Contact your RE/MAX agent today and get your property sold.
A funeral is considered as a last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Let's face it, things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes things go wrong, and sometimes things break. So whether you're a beginner or a pro, Gibson's Building Supplies has what you need. So it doesn't matter if it's heavy hardware or light hardware, we've got it all. So whether you can or you can't, we've got something you need. So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Couriers Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh Laundry Detergent. Agents and distributors, Couriers Distribution Limited.
Let's go further afield now. A challenge to the rule of law. That is how the Chinese government has described weeks of protest in Hong Kong. Beijing has reiterated its support for the territory's leader, Carrie Lam, in rare public comments after another night of street battles in the city. We have more in this report.
After 8 weeks of mass rallies and violent confrontations between police and protesters, Beijing's Chief Policy Office managing Hong Kong's affairs had this response.
We call on all the people in Hong Kong, regardless of their social backgrounds, to unequivocally oppose and boycott violence. The recent developments, especially the acts of violence by a small number of radical elements, have seriously undermined the broad interests of Hong Kong for prosperity and stability.
This is the first time China's State Council has responded to the demonstrations, prompted originally by a proposed new extradition law. The office backs Hong Kong's government and wants protests to stop and those behind the violence to be punished.
They pose a serious challenge to the rule of law and public order in Hong Kong and to life and property of Hong Kong residents. They've also crossed the red line of the principle of one country, two systems, and by no means should be tolerated.
The extradition law would have allowed people from Hong Kong to be sent to the mainland to stand trial. That bill has been suspended. But the anger has deepened and widened into a broader movement, with calls for greater democracy in Hong Kong and Chief Executive Carrie Lam to resign.
The State Council have the right to appoint and dismiss the Chief Executive, and the State Council had just refused to do so. That means that, of course, we are very disappointed, and also it means that the State Council refused to acknowledge what is happening in Hong Kong and what is the root cause of all the whole extradition bill campaign and what Hong Kong people need.
Hong Kong was a city under siege over the weekend. There were dozens of arrests and many injured as police and protesters clashed after an intense standoff near China's liaison office in the former British territory. Despite calls to abandon the protests, pro-democracy groups are defiant and refusing to withdraw their demands. This week there are more rallies planned. Parts of the city's train system will be on strike on Tuesday, and pro-democracy groups are holding demonstrations on Friday and over the weekend. It's a deepening political crisis that's yet to be resolved.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Caress Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Caress Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnisville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast, it is partly cloudy, winds calm, temperatures 28.0 degrees Celsius, relative humidity is 81%. The barometric pressure is 1012.7 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 7.0 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 29.8 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 24.2 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:33 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:49 a.m. The forecast, it is fair to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers and a light chance of isolated thunderstorms. The synopsis: unstable conditions will continue to affect the island.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
SVG-TV Sports, sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
This classic architecturally designed home was built with general living in mind. 5,536 square feet of interesting living space, all located on an 18,201 square foot waterfront lot in the premier community of Cane Garden. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Welcome to the evening sports. We heard that a third rain shower on Sunday ended all hopes the Windward Islands had of pulling off a victory at the Annisvale Cricket Ground, and they were forced to share points with defending regional under 1950 over champions Guyana. On the grey skies, Guyana won the toss and asked the Windward Islands to take first knock on a strip which looked to favour the batters once they were disciplined in approach. After an early lunch, peals of thunder rolled overhead and grey clouds gathered. Melia struck a 34-ball 25 before he was bowled by Leon Swami Teddy Bishop for not out, and another debutant, Akeem Augustine, 2 not out. Batted without any worries until the rains came again. Play was soon called off, leaving the Windwards on 48 for 2 of 10.1 overs. At the other two venues, Cumberland and Park Hill respectively, not a ball was bowled. As a result, each team received 2 points, leaving the combatants in the 2019 Cricket West Indies Regional under 1950 over tournament on equal terms going into round 2. The Windward Islands will clash with the Leeward Islands at Cumberland. Guyana and Barbados clash at Annisvale, and Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica do battle at Park Hill. All matches begin at 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. Australia clinched the 2020 portion of the women's Aussies with a comfortable 7-wicket win over England. Tammy Botton top scored with 43 from 39 balls as England posted what they hope will be a potentially competitive 121 of 8 on a slow pitch. With the Aussies already gone, England briefly had hope of a first series win when they reduced the Torres to 35 for 3. But Meg Lanning, 43 not out, and Elise Perry, 47 not out, saw the Aussies pass their target with 13 balls to spare. It means Australia take an overwhelming 12-2 lead on points in the multi-format series with just one game remaining in Bristol on Wednesday, giving them the chance of going through the entire tour without losing a game. The sporting news will be right back. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done start? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner and turn your own keys. Set for life.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
Enter.
Sultana Alia.
Speak.
It is your humble servant, Chef Abdallah.
Kifek.
Please tell me what to prepare for the people.
Chef Abdallah, whatever you prepare for the Sultan, prepare for my people.
The Sultan Restaurant, serving up the best in local cuisine. Your own custom roti station and pizza station. Delicious kebabs, chicken shawarma wraps, hamburgers designed just the way you like it. Vegetarian, no problem. We got you covered too. Just in case you love to eat, come and test our buffet. Available every single day. Hosting an event and need personalized catering? Let the Sultan come to you. The Sultan Restaurant. Eat like a sultan.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. In more sporting news now, we head at Olympic champion Dalia Muhammad broke the 400 meters hurdle world record on the final day of the U.S. National Championships in Iowa. The 29-year-old took more than a tenth of a second off a record that had stood for 16 years, clocking 52.20 seconds to beat Russian Yulia Pichkonia previous mark of 52.34 seconds. 19-year-old Sydney McLaughlin was second in 52.88 and Ashley Spencer third in 53.11 seconds. All three qualified for the World Championships in Doha in September, where they will be joined by reigning world champion Corey Carter in a formidable U.S. quartet. Mohammed has predicted her new record will not last nearly as long as the previous one. And here at home, the organizing committee of the SVG Masters T20 cricket competition is asking all interested Masters cricket teams to begin their preparation to participate in the 2019 tournament. The tournament is scheduled to start on Saturday, September 7th, 2019. Registration forms are available from Foster Huggins at Heritage Square or from any member of the organizing committee. Teams are advised that registration closes on Saturday, August 24th. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
TV Sports was sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Fantastic opportunity to own an income-producing property next to the Argyle International Airport. 8 self-contained apartments. Currently, the street-level space is used as a small supermarket. Loads of potential for this great property in the right location. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at Q-Care Pharmacy. Q-Care leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Love it, embrace it. 26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to rent for functions, secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal, the cruise ship terminal.
And now for a second look at the headlines. SVG to celebrate Emancipation Day this Thursday with a packed program of activities. Virgin Atlantic ending flights to St. Lucia in subsidy stalemate. China backs Hong Kong's leader, condemns radical elements for ongoing violent protests. And in sports, weather condition hampers playing first round of CWI Regional Under-19 Cricket Championship. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Baptiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Incentions for years with their high prices. They call General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
You are invited to attend this barrier-breaking conference beginning Thursday, August 1st at Bethel Gospel Assembly at 7 p.m. Faith Temple, Friday, August 2nd at 7 p.m. Saturday, August 3rd at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. And the final session Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. For more information, please visit barrierbreakersconference.com or call 784-457-9044. Be there.
I will not hesitate, and I will not retreat, and I won't surrender. It's in that process that God adds all things to my life.
The Kaliako Methodist Church presents Family Fun Day for the whole family on Thursday, August 1, 2019 at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Kaliako playing field. Come and enjoy bouncing castle, face painting, hula hoop, cricket, sack races, and much more. Food, drinks, and other goodies. Barbecue tickets on sale at $15. It's all going down on Thursday, the 1st of August, 2019 as the Kaliako Methodist Church hosts its grand Family Fun Day. Don't you miss it.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
Of Turning Point International. Music is my passion. It runs through